Good evening and welcome to yet another Raw Wednesday. It's a beautiful morning here for me, but I'm sure it's a beautiful evening for you, especially if you're currently viewing me and listening to my voice. So there must be something right going on in your life to compel you to do that, so thank you. I joke. Yeah, was at Ross Bay Strand on Monday's photography on location vlog, and a beautiful place. I would say quite underrated. Like, if you looked at places to visit on the west coast of Ireland, I'd say it wouldn't really be popping up, but definitely it's a hidden gem, that place, especially if you want to do a bit of free camping, chill out. Really nice restaurant that was selling some really good food just up the other end of the beach. So yeah, a lot going for it. And also it's along that way that leads to Valencia Island, which is somewhere else I want to go. I've heard a lot about, not yet been, so hopefully we'll visit very soon to take some pictures and explore. Yeah. But let's get on with the proceedings. We have some challenges to look at. Don't forget, the challenge for June is ICM, intentional camera movement. I remembered it that time. And the previous challenge, just before we move on to the monthly challenges, we had the weekly challenges, and the last weekly challenge was the panorama. And that's when I visited Talk Mountain, went up the top of Talk Mountain, which isn't a hard slog, but when you're rushing to beat the sun, it's a hard slog. But yeah, had a pleasant morning up there, took some panoramic pictures, which is perfect for that kind of thing. And we'll have a look at... Oh, don't need that alarm going off. Let's have a look at the entries, and they're all by the same person, Yubu Hack 123. You have to put in the comments, am I pronouncing that correctly? Yes or no? And I'm guessing you live on Jersey, or you visited Jersey recently, because these are all from Jersey. But let's start with this one. They're all lovely panoramas, all kind of the sea, of sunrise or sunset. And like this one, you've got this nice you see the road, how it sweeps around, leads the eye round here into the houses, and then the coastline picks up where this road kind of flows, and then leads us round here into the horizon. So we got this kind of S shape going on. So really nice effort, and I really like the colours in the sky. I like it looks like you did a bit of a slower shutter speed. The sea looks quite smooth there, which is why I'm thinking you've done a slower shutter speed. You used an ND filter of some kind. So really nice, really like that one. This one is cool. Again, we got this sweeping line coming around here, and then we got these buildings that are kind of on the thirds. So we've got a third here and a third here, and also the sun is on the third. So you're smashing all the rules of photography here. You really got it going on. And again, another what must be long exposure, because these clouds, you see how they're streaking. It looks I've not seen clouds like that before. Maybe I'm wrong that there are clouds like that, but I don't know, they just look long exposure-y. But then, like the sun, you got some nice sun stars going on there. Got it just as it's coming up or going down, one or the other. You'll have to let us know. And yeah, really like that one. But this one here, I would say, is my favourite. It doesn't look as panoramic as the others, because looking at this one and more this one, there's a little bit of distortion in there. It's It's got that little bit of fisheye effect, which isn't, you know, nothing wrong with that. Whereas this one just looks like a wide shot. And again, the eye's sweeping around this cliff here and rock, kind of brings our eye round. We're looking, following this land and then out into the sea, and again another beautiful sunrise or sunset. And the waves look slow down a little bit there. I might be completely wrong about the long exposures, but they have that kind of look to them. And yeah, really nice colours. The light kind of hitting the edge of this bit of land here, really nice. So well done, and some great efforts there, Ubu Heck 123. You should be really proud of them. They're really nice pictures. So thanks for entering, and don't forget, June ICM, have a go, hashtag JGICM for the month of June, and we'll have a look at beginning of next month the entries. So have a go, why not? Let's go for it. Try something new and different. And it's what, because of the whole drone thing, me messing around with that in Ross Bay Strand, I really wasn't with it, you know, and I wasn't thinking about the ICM photography. I wanted to do some before I went. That was the plan, but it went out of my mind. So I need to get used to using the drone in conjunction with doing the vlogging and taking the pictures and the challenge. You know, there's a lot going on, so we get around it. Anyway, let's look at the pictures I took. Where are we? So this is one of the drone shots, but let's put them in order. So this is the very first shot I took, just simple as simple can be. And I took a few different, well, there's two different versions there. Slightly different, more with just the positioning of the cloud. Yeah, really like them, just simple. I decided to go with this one to edit, which we'll do in a minute. And then moving on, so this was, there's a couple here where I'm trying a new composition. So I did a landscape to begin with, and then portrait in one, so these were in the same location. And then I moved over, because I didn't like this clump of sand here. I just kind of, and I was hoping that these flowers here would kind of pop a bit more, but you can hardly see them. Let's bring up the exposure. You see these little yellow, I think, is it gauze? Something like that. Can't really see them, so I thought let's not bother with them. Let's just go for the grass, the big windswept grass, the messy haired grass. And yeah, just took a few different shots. I think that was, I had the camera up high, kind of normal standing height, eye level for these, for all these, but then I was deciding this section in the middle here, it's kind of a bit too it's separated a bit too much. So if you bring the camera down, I don't know if it's that noticeable. Hang on. Yeah, so that's the high shot, and then we go a bit lower, and it's just compressed it a bit more. So we're getting more cloud in as well, because we're bringing the camera down, we're panning up a bit more, and yeah, just makes it bit more of a natural to the eye shot, I think. So yeah, compressing in that middle bit of sea and beach, and exaggerating the grass and the sky, and then mountains look super beautiful, really do. And then I was kind of focus stacking, and I was messing around with shutter speeds, because as you can see there's a wind, or the breeze was blowing some of these reeds of grass. So I was just trying to get it just right. So which one did I go for in the end? This one to edit, which was 0.2 of a second, ISO 100. There's a slight kind of movement, but not enough to be annoying. don't know if that's that sorted it nicely. Even if it wasn't, it was kind of off-putting to the eye. And then let's look at, look at the drone pictures. Now, if you remember, I took a series of exposures, and the annoying thing about the capture one I've got is it's for Sony only, so anything outside of Sony, including the generic DNG files, I can't edit. You see how it's all greyed out there. Then we do have JPEGs, but you're very limited in what you can do with them. So what I did, in Photoshop, put them into Photoshop, and here we have the different exposures, and next to them are just the JPEGs, and then combined them HDR into that, and then exported that as a TIFF, which you can edit. And same with this one here, I've got two different versions that are exactly the same. So I exported that one there as a TIFF, and then I can edit them. Here we go, here's the HDR TIFF, and the other TIFF is there. So yeah, quite impressed with the quality of the camera. Remember, it's a 1-inch sensor. It's nowhere going to be as good as a full frame camera of a, you know, proper quality lens on the front. There's a bit of weird artifacting there. Must be from the HDR, but anyway, not noticeable unless I zoom in that much. Yeah, so let's edit the pictures. So I've just made my selection. Let's edit this one. I have done like some very quick cleanups of like dust spots and things on some of these images. First of all, let's just check the horizon is straight. Yep. And let's sort out the exposure levels. Let's bring it up. Bring the highlight down. I never like going to the extremes. I always like to kind of have it somewhere in the middle. I kind of like that being a bit darker, because we want the focus to be on this middle band here, I think, and this layering. In fact, shall we bring it down a bit more? Just a little bit. We can... No, it's kind of overexposing it a bit. Let's not go crazy. Always like a little touch of clarity and structure. In fact, actually I don't like that structure or clarity. Remove that nice softness and just kind of looks grating on the eye. For most images it's fine, but with the water and these rocks and things, it just kind of grating. Anyway, and then what I'm going to do, add a touch of saturation. Let's check the white balance. I mean, at the end of the day, this is an artistic choice. Do we want it like that? What is... So that's what the camera captured it as. Or more like that. Let's go for that. Kind of just a bit more warmer. Now, what about the crop? I think a 16:9 maybe, because there's a lot of sky going on that we don't really need. And I'm not sure about this cloud. Do I want to... So I'm going to go for that. Yeah, happy with that. I like that. Just minor tweaks to white balance, exposure, highlights, the black level I brought down, and pretty much it, isn't it? And a crop, the good old crop. So that's our first image. This one now, first of all, it's off kilter. Even though I set the camera, the level on the camera was leveled, it obviously isn't. So that's gonna, now it doesn't, sometimes it just doesn't look level when you've leveled it. So I do it twice, there we go, that feels a bit better, there we go. What am I going to do? I'm going to raise the exposure, bring down the highlights, add a touch of saturation. Now let's check the white balance, that doesn't look right. There we go, we've got that warmth and the colour, that beautiful red has popped back in the clouds there. Let's just go show you what them clouds look like before. You see the nice bits of reddy pink in the cloud. But with the white balance off, they're still there, but to me they just pop a bit more when it's been warmed up. And also I prefer the colour of the grass, so it's got that more yellow, warmer tone to it. What else? Bit of clarity. Let's not go as bad this time. Bit of structure. And oh, a lot of logs there. Do I want to take that out? I might. Just take that out. Q. There we go. Looks like a turd, doesn't it? Yeah, we'll keep that out. Doesn't add to it. And let us also add a crop. Now, 4x5. It's 5x7. It feels a little short. Let's do a 5x7. Tighten this in. Is that balanced? I feel like that's quite balanced. Let's open it up a touch more. Because I like this windswept grass here kind of going this way. So and then you got diagonals and they're slowly straightening out, and then this nice curve and a diagonal coming in this way. I think I'm going to just tighten it up a touch. I think I'm going to go with that. I think I like that. Or I could do something like this. You could mess around all day with this. Let's go with that. Yeah, really like that. Cool. So there we go. There's another image edited. Now our drone one. I love this composition and the angle you get from the air. Really nice. We got the sun over here, which is on a third, and kind of just some nice layers going on. Obviously, beautiful clouds. The sun, there's a little bit of a sun star coming through. Yeah, quite like this. So let's bring up the exposure And because I've HDR it, we got a nice kind of gradual build up to the brightness. It's not just like bam. We got loads of information here to play with, and really can make a choice how much we're bringing it in or out. And actually, you know, maybe we do want to give it that glow, extra bit of glow, you know. So let's push up the highlight a bit. No, let's leave that there. Shadow, a bit more shadow. We don't want to bring up so much shadow that it's like unnatural. Leave that. I'm just thinking. No, we'll leave that as well. Bit of clarity, bit of structure. And a bit of saturation. And let's check the white balance. Do we want a cool blue? I'm trying to hit bits that are grey. See, that looks quite natural now. That looks like it would have been. Got them beautiful sunrisey yellow orange colours, making that sea look so nice, doesn't it? Actually going to turn down that saturation because it's so like now. And actually, do we want to? I don't know, that looks a bit unnatural, but I want to bring it down a touch. There we go. Split the difference, 15. And a crop. I think 5x7 again, maybe. Or maybe a 16:9. That kind of works, doesn't it? See some noise there, which is obviously from the smaller sensor. I don't have the real resolution I'm used to with the full frame, but still, I mean, it's plenty. Let's not get bogged down in technicalities. I mean, I was able to take a picture I would never be able to take otherwise, so yeah, let's go with that. We're going to go with that. 16:9. Again, just simple adjustments: exposure, highlights, shadows, bit clarity, white balance. You don't have to go mad. Now this one, straight down, you see the sun kind of licking the tops of these mounds, creating some. We've got the beautiful texture of the grass. Yeah, some nice lines. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring the exposure down a touch. I'm going to make the light on the top of the on the tops of these mounds pop. Let's there we go. This kind of thing. Just trying to stretch the contrast without it looking unnatural to make it look. Let's do it before and after. Just making the light on the top here, just pop that bit more. Clarity, structure, white balance now. This might be. There's nothing that's like middle grey or anything. I want to warm it up slightly. See, there's a bit of red there, a bit magenta, so pull in the green tint. Nine. And I don't know if there's much more to do. I mean, a bit of saturation, just making it pop a bit more. Again, before and after. Before, after, yeah, I like that. And crop. Now, I'm thinking a square. Or a 4x5. Just get a bit more in. Let's go with that. 4x5. Almost looks like I'm looking at a rug. It's got that bit of, or a bit of carpet even. It's got that kind of twisted fibre look of carpet. Amazing. So there we go. There are our 4 images. Let's look at them individually quick. So there it is, 16:9. Just simple. They've all had simple edits. And I love this kind of layering here, coming in through the sea, and the beautiful colours. Just real simple. It's like a little lonely cloud here. Then this one, again, simple edits, exposure, highlights, shadows, white balance. Yeah, not much to it. And then this one, it looks really good actually, that, doesn't it? Because of the limits of the 1-inch sensor, you're not going to have as much dynamic range. As far as I'm aware, they're going to be like 12-bit RAWs rather than 14-bit, which you get with the full-frame cameras. So, to cut a long story short, you lose dynamic range because of that lack of bit depth. 12-bit by 14-bit can make a big difference. So by HDRing it, taking them different exposures, combining them, we've regained a massive amount of dynamic range, and also that helps actually clean up and remove some of the noise. Even though we've still got a bit in there, it's made it less noisy overall. So I like that. Really nice shot. And then this one down here, which is just a bit different. Straight down, it's all about textures, colour, light, changing it up. Yeah, so there we go. So, thanks for watching another Raw Wednesday. Hopefully it's been useful or enjoyable. Let me know down in the comments, because I really don't know what people think of this. This is merely an enjoyable exercise for me to talk through these, and whether you enjoy it or not, I don't know. I know some people have been watching it, but yeah, thanks for watching. Have a good day. Hashtag JGICM for the month of June. Do some ICMs, and yeah, enter them on Instagram. What else? Yes, going to start using the drone a bit more. The other thing that I was hoping would come got stuck in customs, so hopefully the next, even today, the next few days, it should turn up, and I'll be using that to really get out and about a bit more. But I will say no more until we have it. But in the meantime, have a good week. Thanks for watching. Ciao for now.